What a game, which was almost an epic comeback. Indiana Fever found a way to close it out, 84-79, which it was a nail biter at the end. Atlanta just couldn't find that last bucket. They were down 3. They had, I think, like 3 or 4 chances to hit it. They couldn't find it, couldn't buy it. Caitlin Clark, she tied all-time record, most threes made by a rookie, in which she was trying her best to break it, but she couldn't find that last bucket. I'm pretty sure she's gonna end up breaking it in the next game, in which I think it's a home game for them next game, which would be an epic moment for Indiana fans, watching her break that record in their own backyard. So, you know, shouts out to her in advance because I already know she's gonna break it. The game started off real slow. Leah Boston, she was leading the way for Indiana. A lot of missed layups, whole lot of missed open shots in the first half. It was looking bad, especially on the Atlanta end. Fast breaks, just missing layups. Gray, she couldn't buy a bucket. Wide open layups, open shots. She couldn't make them. She couldn't hit. She was even missing free throw shots. I mean, it was that bad for Atlanta at one point in time in the game. But I will say this, Tina Charles hit an all-time high for her career, 28 points. She just put Atlanta on her back and just carried them all the way through the fourth quarter, all the way to the end. I mean, Atlanta just looked bad tonight when it comes to shooting. They looked terrible. They were 34 from the 3 and 37 from the field. Just bad. I mean, 27 for 73 from the field. 10 for 29 from the 3. Like I said, they just couldn't buy a bucket. They couldn't buy a bucket. They made a good run in the fourth quarter, though, but at the end, they came up short. Caitlin Clark, she does what she always does, you know what I mean? She had 19 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. She was 4 from 9 from the 3, so she did better than what she usually does, and I like to see that from her, being the fact that she is a great three-point shooter. Kelsey Mitchell, I mean, she was the best player on the floor tonight, hands down. She's really been looking great since the second half of the season. I mean, she got to average at least like 25 a game since the second half. Might be more than that, I could be wrong. She had 29 points, she had 7 rebounds. I mean, the way she was hitting tonight, it was phenomenal, man. You could tell that this is a great player. She's a great player. She's a great asset to the Fever, if you ask me. They need to do whatever they got to do to convince her to stay, because we all seen the interview and it sounds like she's definitely leaving, but man, they got to find a way to keep her, because losing her would definitely be a huge loss for Indiana, I must say. I mean, because she's been carrying this team for the second half. If you ask me, for the second half of the season, she's literally been carrying this team. She's been keeping them in games. She's been helping them win games. I mean, tremendously. So, yeah, Indiana, find a way to keep her. Find a way to win her back over. Aaliyah Boston, like I said, she led the way at the beginning in the first quarter, in which she got a double-double with 14 and 11. All in all, this was a good road win for Indiana. Even though they allowed Atlanta to come back from like a 15, 16-point deficit, they found a way to win in the end. You know, so that's a huge win for them. Atlanta, they're one of those teams since the second half that just been slowly creeping their way up into the playoffs. And they've been finding ways to win. So coming into their backyard and finding a way to pull it through, I mean, that's a big win for Indiana.